To use Respondus Lockdown Monitor with an external website such as VHL Central, you have to do a couple of steps. Go to your Canvas course and create a quiz. It will only work with quizzes. Use classic quizzes. Give your quiz a name, whatever it is that you want to give it. And here in the quiz instructions, tell your students to log on to vhlcentral.com and follow the directions on the dashboard. You can also create one question as an essay. Repeating the same thing. And ask them to sign their name in the box when completed. I'm going to give this quiz a point value. It doesn't really matter because you're going to take the grade from the VHL platform, but you can definitely make it worth 100 points, or you could also make it worth 0 points. That's up to you how best you organize yourself. So update this quiz. We want to give it a due date so that students know when it's due and it shows up on the dashboard. Save and publish it. It has to be published. Okay, so the quiz is created. Then you need to make sure that Lockdown Browser shows up in your navigation. If students are accessing Lockdown Browser differently, then you'll have to skip this step and do that on the Lockdown Browser site. But on Canvas, you go into Lockdown Browser, and here is that quiz that I just created. Quizzes is the word that Canvas uses, but it could be an exam, a quiz, a test, whatever you want to call it. Come into Settings and say that we are going to require Lockdown Browser for this exam. Now, here's the most important step. Click on Advanced Settings, and this box right here, Allow Access to Specific External Web Domains, is where Lockdown Browser is going to allow students to go to another website. And in this box, you're going to type www.vhlcentral.com, comma, you have to separate it by a comma, and also type in this URL, this website. This first one will let them log on to VHL Central, but then you have to allow it to go to the next page, which is their dashboard. And that's what this URL is, this website is. If you're going to require a webcam, you would click the webcam, and then it goes on to those settings depending on if you want to do that. So the Respondus Lockdown Monitor will not allow students to open any tabs, any different browsers, anything else on the computer. If you add the monitor, and if your contract with Respondus has monitor, the student's webcam comes on and records them while they're taking the exam. Monitor has a bunch of settings that you choose if you want students to show you a student photo with the student ID and check their environment, whatever it is that you want to do, and you click Save and Close. And so now here's the test, the quiz that I created, and I'm saying that it requires lockdown browser and webcam. When the student logs on to Canvas now, they would either go to the Coming Up tab over here and click on the little rocket ship, or they would click on Quizzes, take this test, which sends them to Respondus, and it will be either lockdown or lockdown and monitored. Unfortunately, I cannot show you what it looks like while the student is taking the test because we can't record a screen while we're taking a test with Respondus because everything is locked down.